Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. This is going to be a love reading for Scorpio where we look at your future spouse or life partner and the energy surrounding this connection. Clear messages, advice, and guidance for my Scorpios, please. All right, so your person is showing up as the Ten of Cups, okay? And the Eight of Pentacles, beautiful. They're viewing you as the Page of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. And the connection, we see the Hanged Man, Pisces energy. This tells me this is like a next level type love. This is a really strong spiritual connection, or spirituality might be what really connects you or brings you two together. Wow. All right, Scorpio. And we see the Ace of Cups here. So it feels like it's someone completely brand new, but we have like the Alpha and the Omega here with the Ace of Cups and the Ten of Cups. This is such a good sign for this relationship, a happy relationship, a loving relationship, one that is going to bring abundance, joy, maybe even having a family or blending a family or blending families. But, you know, family is going to look like different things to different people. But I feel like you have somebody here, Scorpio, who's just overflowing with love for you. Really strong Pisces energy, maybe a Cancer or Scorpio here as well, or strong water placements in their chart. I'm seeing happy life, happy marriage, happy union. The Five of Swords in reverse, this is telling me that your person is going to feel like home to you, Scorpio. This is just going to be a really easy connection. It's going to be easy to fall in love. It's going to be easy to get along with each other, support each other. This is someone who really doesn't like drama. This is somebody who's calm and peaceful. Again, they're going to feel like home to you. All right, and the Three of Cups energy in reverse. Okay, there could be some sort of third party around them, you know, but I don't know I don't really feel like they're a player or anything like that. There could be somebody else that's after their attention, or maybe when you meet this person, they're casually dating somebody else. But I feel like with the Three of Cups in reverse as well, like this person, this showing up in reverse, like this person feels this Two of Cups, this soulmate energy with you. And Scorpio, if there are any other involvements, entanglements, other options, this is someone who's going to eliminate any obstacles to you two being together very early on. Because like I said, this connection is intense. It's very special. How my Scorpios are going to be feeling, the Four of Wands, 1111. See, you're just going to know. When you know, Scorpio. And I feel like you're just going to know right off the bat that this is your person, and vice versa. Ooh, it's beautiful energy. All right. And I feel like with the Hanged Man and the Eight of Pentacles, this person may be somebody who's hanging around you in some capacity. So it could be at work, at school, at the gym, at home, your neighborhood, somewhere you like to go. All right. And let's see what else we need to know. Yep. This person is solid. They're strong. They're dependable. They're predictable. All right. They're wealthy. They have a lot to offer. They've worked hard to achieve their success. So a comfortable lifestyle is indicated. Some of you, I feel like you might move into a big house together, or maybe they have a big house. That's not for all of you. Or just like they have a spacious apartment, condo, you know, whatever it might be, townhouse. All right. And we see this person is very passionate. There's never a dull moment with this type of person who enjoys life fully. They could be an exciting lover. They could have Virgo in their chart. All right. So great planners and organizers. They have a tendency to overthink and to overanalyze. And this is someone who's characterized as a traveler, Scorpio. This is someone who enjoys new experiences, places, and people. They may have great stories to tell about their travels. They might be away from home when you meet this person. So I don't know if they're living in a different city, state, or country even, or maybe that's your energy. It's not going to be for all of you. But this person, that Four of Wands, this person feels like home to you, Scorpio, and vice versa. Now, this Eight of Pentacles is one of my favorites in the deck because it's two people who just genuinely love spending time together. I feel like your home is going to be really important to you. It's going to be like a safe space. It's going to be, you know, it's like it's a safe, intimate space. This is two people that just love to be with each other, to hang out, you know, to do like Netflix and chill, or make dinner for each other, you know, spend time, you know, just spend time talking. It's a really beautiful energy here. The Eight of Pentacles is telling me this is somebody who's also really willing to put in the work. This is not somebody who's around for a good time. You know, they're around for a long time. And this is someone who's genuinely interested in you, how you're feeling, in your security, and you feeling safe, and you feeling comfortable. You know, somebody who's going to worry about your needs. All right. This person may be slender. Okay. They may wear braids. Now, remember, these really specific messages, Scorpio, are not going to resonate with all of you, but they will be confirmation for some of you. Okay. And we see they could be, you know, curvy. Now, I'm reading for a lot of you. And so whatever their lines or their curves might be, Scorpio, you're going to be physically attracted to this person, okay? And we see long hair for some of you, and they speak multiple languages. Yeah, because I do feel like either this person is like from a different country, living in a different country when they meet you, or vice versa, or they have like a different background. Maybe their parents or their grandparents speak different languages. All right, let's go ahead and see what else we need to know here about this person. This is such a powerful feel-good reading, Scorpios. You guys so deserve it. You so deserve this. All right, what do we need to know here? Okay, official person. So this person might not have like a high-powered job or some sort of official title, although they do have money, they do have, they're solid, they're stable, they're secure. But they could just be like, you know, just you know, an average person who works hard, has saved, has done well for themselves. You know, they're not after status here is what I'm getting. And we have mature woman. So whether they're male or female, my readings are not meant to be gender specific. So whether they're male or female, they just embody maturity, stability, nurturing, creativity. All right. And we see bad health. So some of you, this person may have had, you know, they may have struggled with bad health before. I don't think they're in bad health now, though. But I feel this is somebody who's either turned their life around, or, you know, maybe at one point they had a heart attack and they had a near-death experience, or they just got their life in order. Because I do feel like this person is quite healthy now. All right. And we see privileged lady. This person's going to feel like it's an honor to be by your side here, Scorpio. All right. And again, I feel like this person has a lot to offer, and they've worked hard to get there. And they know what's important to them, Scorpio, and it's not status, even though, you know, if they chase status, they probably could have it. But I kind of feel like they're more low key. They like to kind of fly more under the radar. What's important to them is like relationships, stability, yeah, just like maybe even a bit of a simpler life in some regards. Okay. And we see they have a unique smile. Okay, so something about their smile is just going to draw you in. All right, they grew up in a better than average household, so that tracks also with that privileged lady card that came out. Again, whether they're male or female, it doesn't matter, but they grew up in a better than average household for some of you. Double confirmation that they can speak more than one language fluently, so they maybe grew up speaking a different language, or their parents or grandparents did, or they've just lived abroad. Okay, and we see they're physically active. See, I do get this. I do feel like this person like works out, or they take good care of themselves because they've had some sort of health scare here in the past. And for some of my Scorpios, this person has blue eyes or light colored eyes. Scorpio, you feel like home to them. They feel like home to you. This is going to be such an easy connection for you two to fall in love. The Page of Cups tells me they see you as, you know, you're what they've been wishing for, you know, a bit of a unicorn, right? Like they didn't know somebody like you existed. Really sweet, dreamy feelings. They see you as creative. They see you as intuitive. They see infinite possibilities with you. All right. And we see the Queen of Swords in reverse. All right, so Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy, they might be a little bit concerned about an ex who might be around you, or they might be worried that you're still stuck on someone when you meet them, because that third party energy could be, you know, something they see in you, or is around you, or it could be around them. The Queen of Swords energy in reverse might feel like you're still stuck on somebody from the past. You're not quite seeing them, that you don't want to talk to them. Yeah, or there's something you're still getting over. And we see the Page of Swords, but they love the way you communicate. I feel like you two have like, maybe you have like a dark or drier sense of humor here. The Page of Swords tells me that this person's spying on you, checking you out. There could be a little bit of an age difference, but with the Page of Swords, I also feel like they love that you're always learning, that you're always like, you're adventurous, but you're like reading or you're watching documentaries. You know, you're always looking up information online and things like that. But how you're going to be really feeling, Scorpio, is the Ace of Wands. Passionate, excited about the birth of something new here. My goodness, Scorpio, this feels fantastic. It's like when you know, you know. Just beautiful energy. All right, let's see. Let's see what else they really admire about my Scorpios. Slave energy. So surrender your power of choice to the divine with complete trust. Yeah, so they see that you're spiritual. They see that you're really kind of go with the flow. But you're also not afraid to make the wrong choice. So you're a risk taker. But you really, you're self-assured. There's trust. And you know, it's really interesting. I just had to like put my hand on my heart chakra without realizing it. But I'm doing this reading with my left hand on my chest. Like, this is such strong heart chakra energy coming through. So they see you as self-assured. You're not always afraid to make a mistake because you trust yourself. You trust yourself to recover, even if maybe you feel like it wasn't the right choice, something like that. Yeah, and they see you as the exorcist here, freeing yourself and others of destructive impulses. They just see you as a force to be reckoned with, all right, which is so Scorpio energy. And they also see you as a pioneer, so a passion for doing and creating what has not been done before. And again, they're kind of in that same energy with this traveler. You know, so you both like to explore, you both like to try new things, you know, you're not afraid to, you know, step out of your comfort zone. So again, you probably will do a lot of traveling with this person or just exploring new places, new cities, new restaurants, taking classes together or something like that. So we see the Hanged Man energy. I was actually getting like, this is a real spiritual vibe here to this connection. And there may be something about spirituality that brings you two together, like you're in the same meditation group or you know, you do yoga together or something. I don't know. But with this Hanged Man energy, Pisces is telling me that this is going to be very loving, a very creative connection. And most likely they are hanging around you in some capacity. I love this because, you know, despite all this emotion and this like spiritual energy between you two, this person values stability and realistic expectations. They bring balance to emotional intensity. And you know, I feel you both are quite emotionally intense, but them showing up as the Eight of Pentacles, they really know how to ground your energy and their own. All right, we see this connection remains anchored in honesty. So truth and honesty, trust is going to be the foundation of this connection. I see you two being like best friends. And healing through honesty. Beautiful. This connection brings truth where avoidance once lived. Healing begins with openness. Oh, Scorpio, beautiful. So I feel like, you know, again, this is the purpose of this connection is also a very healing connection. But this is you two being able to say and do anything around each other and not have to edit yourselves or walk on eggshells or worry about, you know, being imperfect. Right? And yeah, this connection activates parts of you that were waiting to emerge, Scorpio. Through this bond, you step into a more authentic expression of yourself. I love this because you two are going to be just so comfortable with each other. Oh, and it's just such beautiful energy, Scorpio. Like I said, you so deserve this. All right. What else do my Scorpios need to know here? What else do my Scorpios need to know? There may be gossip around this person or around you too, especially if like you work together or you see each other somewhere you like to go back to, like the school, gym, the pool, I heard, you know, the dog park, whatever it might be. There might be some gossip around this connection, but it's not going to matter. You two are going to be just so focused on each other. So Spirit saying, Scorpio, love yourself first. Stay in this energy of self-love. This is going to happen in divine timing, which is interesting, a serendipitous or unexpected event. I did see that here when I lifted up the traveler card. We see serendipity. So for a lot of you, you know, there's going to be something unexpected here. And we see life partner. Yeah, I don't have any doubt here that your romance is stable and it's ready to go the distance. This is meant to be long term. And we see love language. Yeah, because you do spend time with each other, be the witness to each other's lives. You genuinely enjoy spending time with each other, getting to know each other. You know, it's like you are each other's best friends. I love that. All right, let's see. Anything else you need to know here? Any important dates or times for my Scorpios, please? Any important dates or times for my Scorpios, please? Any important dates or times for my Scorpios in the coming years? So definitely confirmation it's meant to be long term. It's not too late to make changes. Self-love energy. So Scorpio, if there's anything that you've been wanting to work on, that you've been putting off, just go ahead and do it. This is going to come in as you raise your vibration, but it's just going to come in when it's supposed to, right? Even if you're not fully ready. All right, and we do see in the distant future for some of you, but this is beautiful, Scorpio. I'm so happy for you. Sending you love and light. Take care.